rather surf then? Would you rather get that massive wave, or would you have that perfect barrel where you just kind of you're in your own world, you don't hear anything, you don't see anything, you're just looking down the barrel?
I'd rather be in the barrel.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Would you rather be in a barrel or surf the wave you surfed in this area?
I think the barrel.
Still?
More enjoyable.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Or a wave like the one in Nazareth
With
in
the
the barrel.
So when you're in one of those, a big barrel, let's say, or a huge wave, you feeling fear there? Are you feeling excited? Are you amped? Is that what drives you? Or you're just completely detached from everything and you're just...
The last big barrel I had at Nazareth, as I came down, I was looking up and I saw the lip throwing, and I was like, wasn't sure if I was going to make it, so I'm going, please God, and I'm actually saying this on my GoPro, you can hear me go, please God, and I get under the lip, and I'm like, and then I was just like, come on, because I still was kind of hard to come out, and then once I finally came out, I was like, oh, thank you God.
I think I heard the radio of you after you came out of the biggest air wave, and you were as calm as can be, just like, oh, really smooth, clean line.
It wasn't.
You didn't sound like it fazed you at all.
And it wasn't. I didn't get much out of that one.
You didn't get much out of that. Why? Explain that to us.
Just didn't quite do it. I don't know. It wasn't.
It was a big wave, but
it wasn't what I was looking for.
What were you looking for?
Just we'll all get to see someday. I don't want to talk about it too much.
Yeah, you don't want to give away everything? All right, fair enough. So we'll move on then. How about, why don't you tell us your favorite place to surf?
My favorite place is Lani Kea on a perfect north swell. It's just like similar to Jeffreys Bay, but warm water and a bunch of barrel sections. And when it's like 10 to 15, 20 to 30 faces, there's nothing like it. And it doesn't break that often, so it's hard to say it's my favorite wave, but when it's good, it's my favorite wave, yeah. Drunk wasn't there.
Alright, I'm going to ask you a couple questions, and I want the first answer that comes into your head, okay? St. Anne's in Ireland or Shipstern?
Ireland.
St. Anne's in Ireland?
Yeah.
I like that implement, so I appreciate that. Giving the beautiful isle some love. I like that guy. Okay, favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Wow, Braveheart.
Point Break?
Right? No, Braveheart.
Braveheart, huh?
Yeah, I like that.
I
like Forrest Gump too.
That's
a classic.
You can't hate Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Okay, what was that? Favorite food?
Favorite food? Italian.
Any Italian?
Any Italian. I had this 4 cheeses lasagna when I was just there recently. It was like the best lasagna ever. But then every meal you eat, everywhere you go, as long as you choose good restaurants, it's the best food, best experience. That's the only place I've ever been in my life on a trip that didn't revolve around waves, and I had no desire to go surf. I was just caught up in the food, in the beauty.
That was my next question. Awesome. So favorite vacation spot? I'm going with Italy.
Without surfing?
Without surfing, yeah. Favorite vacation spot when surfing, and not Hawaii, because that's where you're predominantly from, right?
I'd say Portugal or Tahiti.
Portugal or Tahiti?
Yeah. Cool. Depends on what I'm looking for.
So when you're not surfing, what other activities do you like to do there? Do you like extreme activities? Do you like to skydive or bungee jump or anything like that? What are some of the other things you challenge yourself in?
I don't know. I'm very cautious and conservative and afraid of mostly everything but big wave riding. I won't even ride a horse. I won't jump out of an airplane. I won't swim with sharks. I'm comfortable in giant waves. In all these other places, I'm not very comfortable, so I don't get into it. I like to do yoga, ride bike, go hiking. It's always nice to go hiking, just get away from the whole world and just kind of enjoy nature. And that's the best way to unwind and really gather your thoughts and really get your thoughts.
Get in tune with yourself a bit. And just why don't you tell us a bit about what got you into big wave surfing? Like, I like to go skiing, but I'm not going to go jump off an avalanche, or go heli skiing. So how did you gradually progress from regular waves to bigger waves to then these huge mega waves, or?
When I first moved to Hawaii in from 11 to about 15, I started getting a little better and I started to surf good, or what I thought was good, and I got up to about 6 feet in Hawaii, this 10 to 12 foot face, and that was about my limit, and I never saw myself surfing over 12 foot faces. I thought that was it, and I was happy, and I was proud, and that was it. That's where I was comfortable. And I hung out with these two guys that were my guys I looked up to, and that's all they surfed. So I was like, I'm going to be like them.
Who were those guys?
It was Fielding Benson and Jasper Warren. And they hung out with like Salmon Anderson and all these top guys from back then.
Yeah.
And then at 16, a friend of mine took me by my neck, literally. He said, "You're coming with me." This big Peruvian guy. And "We're going to Sunset. Come with me, punky." I'm like, "Oh, no." And he gave me the right board. He gave me a 710 Sunset Point Pat Ross and gun. And took me out, and somehow I caught all the waves I wanted and just had the time of my life. And from that day forward, I literally lived for big waves from like 16 on.
Wow. Why don't you tell us a bit about Mavericks? That's got to be pretty insane ride down there, right?
Yeah, I was always afraid of sharks. I wouldn't surf by myself. Just didn't feel comfortable, and I couldn't have fun surfing by myself. And even if there's a few guys and I'm paddling the channel by myself, I was always like scared. And the thought of going to surf Mavericks really petrified me. I was not interested in surfing Mavericks forever, mainly because of sharks, but the cold water and the rocks and the murky water.
There's a lot of bad factors that all come in there. But
and then when I finally went to surf it, I had so much fun. It became my newfound love, and it was my passion was surfing Mavericks. It was the place I liked to surf more than anywhere for about 5 years straight. That's all I would surf. Every swell was there, and every time you get a big swell, there's so many big waves. So it's like, take your choice. What do you want? And nobody would go deep. They would all kind of sit on the shoulder or in the middle, and I just would go deep, and you could take your pick because nobody's there. And so I loved it. And I went over to Monterey Bay to Ghost Street, and you'd be laying in the water and on the rope. And that was the moment when I kind of came to terms with sharks and became comfortable. Was at Ghost Street, sitting in the water, and you know there's giant sharks, and there's not a lot of people for them to choose from. And all of a sudden, I just kind of released it and let it go, and realized that the chances aren't you're not going to get bit. And if you do, it's your
the second you release the fear, you relax, then it's not an issue, right? The second you come to grips with the fact you could get hurt, I think it's like with anything, even just surfing big waves. The second you realize you could get hurt, and that's okay, it's the second that you start actually relaxing, and then you can really, charge the wave and not have to worry and not be as tense and actually have a bit more stability and balance.
Yeah. It's more about being in the moment. More about just staying in the moment. Don't think about what could happen or what did happen. Just enjoy the moment. Then there is no fear. Fear doesn't enter your mind. We create it. Fear is something we create, and if you're in the moment, there is no fear.
Well, you heard it here first, guys. Out There Adventures here with Garrett McNamara, and if you guys want to find out any more about Garrett here, you can check out his website or ask him any questions on Facebook. Garrett, thanks a lot for talking to us, man. Really appreciate the time, and can't wait to see the next record that you go across.